looking rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that General Lee every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night. Boydis is here, so don't you sweat, cause Bubba Duke and OMB are here to own this set. So sit back and enjoy tonight's best, cause it's time to roar at Boar's Nest. Bubba Duke is here and plays his game, looking to rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that General Lee every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program proudly brings to you its weekly gaming and entertainment news with your host and one half of your hosts and tag team partners. I am OM Dynamic. Bubba Duke is under the weather tonight, so it is just me flying solo. This is going to be an interesting one. I haven't done a solo Boar's Nest in a long time, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm glad you're here, and I am happy to be here. Tonight's game, I'm going to keep with the Halloween theme, even though that's a couple of days past. I'm playing Evil West tonight. Now, I did play this game quite a while back. I don't remember if I played it here on the show, but it's a very fun game, great way to kill the time, ladies and gentlemen. You're going back to the days of the Wild West and hunting vampires. So I already played the tutorial to get myself refamiliarized with the controls. I did re-download this last week when it was relaunched on the Xbox Game Pass. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get right into it from here. As you can see, I am picking up a brand new rifle here. And I am starting in a small town here called Belmontville, near the mines, so to speak, I guess. As you see, I'm coming up to this glowing box here, which will provide me with coins. And I will be able to use those coins after to upgrade my gear and my skills. And now you may see that there are people out here that they're not quite vampires yet, but they are what are called familiars. And the familiars are the people that will run the external errands for the vampires, so to speak. So ladies and gentlemen, I mean, as you can see here, I am trying to run through all of this stuff. This is your typical game of, explore everything. Yes, believe it or not, even in this game, you still have to explore everything. And you will find chests that contain cash, lore, equipment, all of the fun stuff that you have come to expect from us here at the Boar's Nest. I don't remember where I have to go here. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Do I? There we go. I figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. So this coming in saying, I found a familiar tattoo project. Looks like a sketch for a tattoo. Familiars tend to brand themselves like that because that way you know sort of which clan they belong to. Right now, I am on my way to something called The Gathering, which hopefully we will get to in this show. Not necessarily The Gathering, but where it's starting to take shape. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am playing this game on a casual difficulty just for the sake of progress right now. Because I want to make sure that I can give you guys as detailed an episode of this game and of this show as possible. So you can see there is a lot of breaking of stuff that you have to do and try and sneak in, and you want to stay silent, but this really isn't a silent game. This isn't a game of stealth or anything like that. I have made it a lot further in the game than where I'm at now, but as you can see now, I am going underground. And this just says here, if I don't like spiders, I can disable them in the game settings. I'm not too concerned about that. Good evening, Mr. Parrish. How are we doing tonight, my friend? Thank you for stopping in. Great to see you, brother. So you can see now I'm stuck in a bit of a maze, but you did see a glowing chain back here. So we are going to take that path here momentarily. Provided that I can take it. Oh, never mind, I went the wrong way. right, so this is just back to the start here. So I took a wrong turn. I took that wrong turn at Albuquerque. I'm gonna go this way. Now the gameplay is fairly easy in this game. The graphics are not superior graphics compared to some that we like to play, but I still really, really enjoy this game. It is a lot of fun. But ladies and gentlemen, there is something else you can have a lot of fun doing, and that is joining us for all of our great programming here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program each and every night of the week.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown security detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, potential collaboration, or just help us out behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to go. Go to the host section where you can meet the team, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, Chris Best, and Carl Carafell. Watch all of our latest weekly episodic shows and get our socials so that you can contact us out on social media. Go to the join section where you can send us your credentials, let us know how you can help us, how we can help you, and we can sit down as a collective and figure this out. Go to the shop link to go to carlcarafell.redbubble.com and click on any and all of our wonderful merchandise. Turnbucklestudios.org, ladies and gentlemen, the hottest site on the internet. Do it and do it now. And as we get back to the action here, we're going to try and figure out where we've got to go. There's the chain I was talking about. I knew my eyes weren't deceiving me, so I am going to slip through this tunnel here and into a cavern. I can't remember what's waiting on the other side. Oh, yes, the fun part. So you're going to see two more people potentially join me here in a moment. You can see that shadow. That is called the glamour. And in this case, you're seeing my partner, who is a retired agent from the service that I work for in the game, and a vampire who is going to help us break through all of this. And coming up now, we are going to, once we go through this, we are going to go into a maze of there are some small puzzles, but nothing too drastic. And a bit of a maze. So we're going to have to see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. And the vampire, who is now acting as our quote-unquote guide, has just taken down the glamour so that we can move through. Well, so that I can move through. You can see I do have a very powerful glove as well. For that is where I will obtain a load of skills to be able to enhance myself and make things a lot more difficult. And sometimes you just need a good measure to help clear these things out. Now, the good thing is with this game, you cannot fall off edges or anything like that. Over there, you see an upside down pyramid, and I'm not sure if yes, I have made it there before. So, yes, the nice thing is about not being able to go over the edge. This is a game brought to you by Focus Entertainment, actually, and Flying Wild Hog. So you can see I just got a level up there, so I'm level 2 now. And there we go. There's the space to go up. We are going to probably obtain at least the first boss fight. And I'm going to come in with some more. Oh, just get some more money here so that I can upgrade my weapons. Which I will do once I manage to escape this pit, so to speak. And here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first actual puzzle area of the game. And yes, there we go. Now I have to remember how to get back to where I was. So this might be the longest process of the game for me, just because I'm not great at this type of aspect of these games. But it didn't take as long as I thought it would. And here I'm getting a note from somebody named Peter Dabano saying, "We are a unique species, brothers and sisters. We are not bred, we are not born. We came to life when we accept the guilt of change." I can't read it from here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I do apologize. Oh, I don't need to go back that way. Oh. The fact that I had opened the door really helps. This is what I do love, though, is the atmospheric lighting. You're getting that blood red glow. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, you can't even get some glorious final blows just like that one there that you just saw. And another one there, ladies and gentlemen. You can see these traps here as well that are laid out, which I'm hoping I can remember how to launch an enemy into one of those so that we can show you just how glorious those ones are. Again, I don't even think I've collected all of the money that I could have at this point, or the lore. But another note from gentleman Peter DeBano, and I do believe that I am coming up on him as a boss fight here very, very shortly. So this game isn't too bad as far as getting your health drained goes, but you still want to, of course, be careful so that, of course, you don't die. They do have in this game as well what is called a true death, but I'm not really sure what that entails because I do play with that off, to be honest. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming up here on the first boss fight. Mr. Best, thank you for asking. I did just see your comment. Thank you for coming into the show. This game is Evil West, and it is set in the Wild West, and you are essentially a vampire hunter. It's Van Helsing in the Old West, if you really want to get technical, just really no crossbows. So this gentleman here is going to be the first boss, but you're going to, I believe, as well see the initialization of the final boss here, which is going to, I believe, be that creepy little girl there. Oh, his name is Dominic Colvert, so that is not Peter DeBano, but he is your... Oh, no, he is. That is Peter DeBano, so that is going to be the first boss to this level. And before we get into that fight, please, ladies and gentlemen, allow me the opportunity to tell you about the help that we need here at Turnbuckle Studios.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
All right, and so, ladies and gentlemen, once again, turnbucklestudios.org is the site for all of your Turnbuckle affiliation program needs. Go to the join section to send us your credentials and let us know how you can help us, how we can help you. Go to the host section and meet your team, Chris Parrish, Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, and Carl Carafel. Go to the shop section to go to carlcarafel.redbubble.com. Turnbucklestudios.org, ladies and gentlemen, the hottest site on the internet. Do it, and do it now. And if you want, you can even use that QR code underneath myself, and it'll take you right to the website. And I know what you must be thinking, ladies and gentlemen. What have I gotten myself into? Yes, this is a very, very tough It can be a tough battle. I've beaten this one a few times, so I am used to it. And you can see, of course, he is going to call upon his minions. But what else would you expect from a boss fight in any type of a game? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have taken down Peter DeBano. And again, ladies and gentlemen, another brutal segment. So I do caution you, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you with children, please do not let them watch this game, especially if they are under the age of 10. It can get quite gruesome, as you can see. Now we are going to move into a slower aspect of the game. I do have to head back home, so to speak, to an area similar to the White House, the base of operations, so to speak. Hopefully we can get through this aspect fairly quickly and get back into the action. You see the blimp flying over us. That's what I remember calling them. So that is going to play a very key factor in the next aspect of it. I believe here as well, I'm going to be able to upgrade and get some new gear, new stuff for my glove. And so we will see from there, ladies and gentlemen. But now we are going to head in because there is a presentation that your quote unquote father is giving in this game. That you have to be in attendance for. There is your father, William Rentier. I do wish that I had audio through my capture card, but I don't at the moment. So unfortunately, we can't even hear the game being played. But ladies and gentlemen, I will work to try and rectify that soon. There's your father standing with the prototype of your glove, and he is going to equip you with something. I can't remember what it is in this situation right now. But I'm just going to skip the rest of that. There is, you can see there's stuff up here to be able to grab as well. Here we go. So this is the presentation that I was talking about. This gentleman here that's talking is the Secretary of War for, I guess, the region. I'm not sure if it's the region or for the United States. But things are about to get very, very interesting. And before they get really, really interesting, ladies and gentlemen, let's take you to our shop.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, carlcarafel.redbubble.com. That is all of the merch that you can get, 10 plus items available. And you can get there by going to the turnbucklestudios.org/shop link. Again, click on the QR code below or go to the website where you can meet your team, get all of our socials, watch our latest weekly episodic shows, go to the join section so you can send us your credentials and let us know how you can help us, how we can help you, and then we can discuss as a collective where you fit in. Ladies and gentlemen, that is turnbucklestudios.org. And now, as you can see, we've got that blimp flying overhead, and it is about to kick off the next bit of the action. So this is now telling me I have a zapper so I can produce electricity from my glove. And you can see, ladies and gentlemen, you do have to clear an area before you can move on to the next one. Now I'm getting what's called the zapper pull. So I can pull the enemy to me. So we got through that. Yes, I had to skip a couple of the cinematics on it, but oh, I got a new perk. This, ladies and gentlemen, this was one of, believe it or not, my favorite areas of the game, despite how progressively difficult this area actually does get. Because again, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the enemies do get a little bit tougher as this one is carrying And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I have once again come across my partner in crime for this game, Edgar something. And I can't remember what we're moving into from here, but oh, yes. Okay. I do remember. Okay. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I got to remember how to. There we go. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, now I'm in some laboratory here again. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this area is a little bit of a maze, so to speak. But again, check every corner because you're going to find lore, you're going to find money to help yourself. So it does get a little bit tricky to actually see in here. And this, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there are times that you're going to get these swarms of enemies, but it's quite all right. It's actually a lot of fun to deal with this. Not so much as in other games, but Now we're starting to get our first look at the actual vampires. And there we go. I've now got what's called the Quake Punch. So and there we go. So ladies and gentlemen, always make sure you're looking for the shiny things so that you know where you're jumping. So the glowing chains especially. Okay. So I know I'm going to be coming up on a bit of a tougher area here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. And once that area hits, ladies and gentlemen, we will actually, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, from here out, I am actually going to make that a wrap on the show tonight. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me here on the Boar's Nest tonight. It has been an absolute pleasure. I've had a lot of fun with this game. I hope you have too. Once again, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, was Evil West. And from me, from all of us here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program and the Boar's Nest, please remember, the world is better with you in it. From all of us here, to those of you out there, wherever you are, good night, good luck.
Bubba Duke is here and plays his game. Looking to rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that General Lee every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night. Boyness is here, so don't you sweat, cause Bubba Duke and OMB are geared to own this set. So sit back and enjoy tonight's best, cause it's time to roar at Boar's Nest. Bubba Duke is here and plays his game, looking to rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that General Lee every Sunday with O&D. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night.